Across North America and around the world, the colorful spectacle of motorsport is flying high. And nowhere are the colors flying higher than in Canada's Players Limited GM Motorsport Series. It's crowd-pleasing excitement featuring the cream of Canadian racing.
It's going to be a tougher series. It just gets tougher every year.
Yeah, we're going to give it a good shot.
It's going to be a fun year, but I want to win the GM title. That's
It's definitely a very competitive series. I really like the drivers that I'm with. Everybody seems to get along real well.
I'm here as a driver because I want to win and I want to race my car.
You know, it's the best thing that's ever happened to Canadian motorsports.
I feel the pressure, but I feel fairly confident.
I think it's good to see new young guys coming into the series and do well, and that just makes it obvious that other people can come in and do well too.
There's no question I'm aiming to win the series.
We've got an in-car camera running, and hopefully we're going to give you some real exciting footage.
The obvious goal is to win the championship, but I think just do as best we can.
I'm happy to be here. It's the best series I've been in, and shows like a guy like me who just sort of works on the car and myself can run competitively with these guys here.
wild and woolly, I think. No holds barred. I think it's going to be a real shootout. Should be really exciting to watch.
From Montreal's famed Gilles Villeneuve Circuit on Grand Prix weekend to the other premier Canadian race courses east and west, the Players Limited GM drivers joust wheel to wheel in identical showroom stock Camaros and Firebirds, dressed in the bright livery of their many sponsors. And for these individual team sponsors and the Major and Associate Series sponsors, this series provides an ideal marketing and promotional vehicle.
We've been sponsoring motorsport in Canada for over 30 years now. This year we've got 25 different motorsport events across Canada under the Players Limited name, and it's a great and busy season for us.
He's got him going into the turn, but he's just too hot going into the corner. He ran out of roadway. He's off onto the grass inside Buck's car. Now he's trying to get back on the circuit without collecting one of the cars.
It's an exciting time for all of us at General Motors of Canada. Racing is becoming so popular in Canada, and we're just so proud and pleased to be a part of it, and all across the country now.
34 now. There goes Ron Fellows on the outside in car 43. He's going to try to outbrake Effingham on the inside into the S's, and he's done it.
The series is one of the most competitive in Canada, and it's a natural for Sunoco, given its heritage of racing and performance. We're just delighted to be part of this entertaining and exciting event. Our customers, our employees, and our dealers are just proud to be part of it, and we're very pleased with the image that it projects for Sunoco.
Fellows number 43, who earlier today...
Associate sponsors Sunoco, Mohawk, and Goodyear benefit from the added profile of individual race awards programs.
Congratulations, sir. 3 down, 7 to go.
Heading for the checkered flag in car number 43.
On road courses and oval tracks, the series drivers charge after East-West Series championships and $700,000 in prize money in the richest Canadian series of all.
It's a very challenging series, and I think there's a lot of publicity there for me, and that's, I'm after a lot of that for sure.
We're here to do a job and make our sponsors proud.
Like our sponsors this year have been incredibly good to us. We've got Canon cameras back again, and a new sponsor in the form of Kokanee Beer, who's the first brewery to sponsor a race car in Western Canada, or at least in BC, since they changed the regulations. And we want to put on a good show for them.
Separate East and West Series allow associate sponsors to exploit regional markets.
Royal presentation of the Fastest Qualifier Award, and in fact, Don O'Connor is here, our Vice President of Supply and Manufacturing Mohawk.
For both regional and national sponsors, the benefits are substantial and vary.
And congratulations being the top qualifier, and good luck in the race.
It's really rewarding for us that work in the motorsport business with General Motors to find that the things that we develop on the racetrack find their way into the race cars, to the point where the cars they're racing out here today are the same ones that you can buy in the showroom.
We are selling the cars that we're racing. Everyone's well aware this is a showroom stock series. You can buy the cars right out of the showroom that we're racing every weekend on the track.
Trying to pass Eric Dowler now. He's going to wait for the best sight in racing. Here it comes, the checkered flag for car number 9, Trevor Seaver.
Well, the district manager for Goodyear in Alberta, Mr. Gord Atkinson, is standing by. Time to honor our mid-race leader. Gord?
Thank you very much. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank Trevor very much for a super...
East or West, Goodyear Canada, supplier of the Series Spec tire, does the job on the track and wins big off the track through solid promotion.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just commenting before the race started.
And now, here's one of the biggest of all motorsport promotions. And Players Limited GM was right there.
Molson Indy Weekend is Toronto's premier sports event, when over 100,000 fans throng to Exhibition Place to watch the international stars of the kart series make their mark on these city streets. And with them, the excitement of showroom stock racing. Very different, very intense.
With Indy fans and all of Canada watching, these racers are driven to excel for themselves and their sponsors.
I think I'm very fortunate to be sponsored by Motomaster. It's a big Canadian company, and they supporting me very well. And because it's a big company, they definitely put the pressure. They want me to win, and I'm representing their product, and they want to establish a very high quality image. And I think with racing, they are accomplishing that.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of finances to do this, and if it wasn't for the marketability of the Players GM Series, we'd be back digging ditches or whatever.
I think now that it's becoming more and more commercial, which is good, it makes it easier for us to attain sponsorship with all the media coverage, that the drivers become much more attuned and sensitive to what they're doing out here on the weekend and how to present their sponsors' products very well.
Sunoco is committed to having us, promoting us and the team as well as their product, not only at the track but away from the track as well. And so we do a lot of dealer presentations, appearances at different dealerships through Ontario and Quebec, and that's exciting for the dealers as well, and they enjoy that for us to show up and make appearances there.
We actually use the drivers at various show events, and sometimes we take them into the grocery stores with us or into major accounts to actually sell product. We think that we've developed a good plan with Motorsport, and we look forward to the future.
With 17 races east and west, Eastern and Western championships at stake. And for the top 12 drivers east and west, an invitation to a season-ending $50,000 shootout. The Players Limited GM Motorsport Series is absolute intensity and excitement from race 1, lap 1, right through every stop on the tour.
It's chaos. Kenny Wilden, number 25, is spun. Bodywork is being rearranged all over the place here. Leaders got through ahead of all of this.
Players is a good series in Canada. It's one of the most prestigious. It's very competitive, and the guys are very good drivers. They're class bunch of guys.
If it wouldn't be for the likes of Imperial Tobacco and General Motors, this series wouldn't exist, and the quality of drivers would suffer tremendously. So we're very thankful for all of the sponsors that decide to participate in a series like this, and I'm sure their exposure must be tremendous. We see these series on television regularly, and there's a lot of feedback coming up with other people, other sponsors who are inquiring to join the series.
Motor racing is a great marketing tool. It's not only men who watch it, it's women, so you can hit areas where women are involved in it. It's children, kids love it.
In fact, everybody loves motorsports, and this series proves it. With 9 races telecast on CTV's Wide World of Sports and repeated on TSN, the series draws over 5 million viewers. Flying colors, you bet. Flying into homes across Canada, delivering a powerful message that can't be ignored. From Quebec to British Columbia, from Ontario to Alberta, the flying colors of the Players Limited GM Motorsport Series attract more than their share of the 10 million motorsport spectators who flock to North American tracks each year. And it's the sponsors who make it a winner.
Well, today Motorsport needs a lot of sponsorship to keep it going. A lot of corporations are looking towards Motorsport as a good avenue to advertise and do some marketing, and that's exactly what Pringles is doing. It's a very good marketing strategy for them, and they're finding it's working very well. And you've got Sunoco and Motormaster and SO ProTech and Sony, and even now we've got companies like Green Park, which are home builders. So everybody's using it in their different ways, but it seems to be getting the attention that they're looking for.
These identical Chevrolet Z28 Camaros and Pontiac Trans Am Firebirds make this a true driver's series that gives the fans a chance to identify with their favorite driver. And there are some real personalities in the Players Limited GM Motorsport Series. Warm, open, articulate, and with the challenge to drive with the best anywhere. It all adds up to strong marketing medicine for those whose colors are worn with pride by these men and women of speed.
You get high profile in the community. Westwood Track's very close to the dealership. We sell lots of Camaros, and we're recognized as being in the performance business. It helps the service business, too.
Sponsorship, of course, is the lifeblood of this sport, and it takes a great deal of attention to get the most out of it for both parties. I'm sure there are times when the drivers feel their time's a little bit encroached on due to sponsorship commitments, but it must be considered almost as important as their on-track duties.
Without sponsors, there would be no thrill of victory. The drivers know that, and they work hard for their sponsors on and off the track. It is this combination of driver dedication and an exciting speed sport that gives tremendous value to this series as an advertising and promotion vehicle. And then there's the showdown, covered by a large contingent of media representatives from across Canada.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jim Paulson, along with my colleague Paul Chater, to bring you what promises to be one of the most exciting days ever in Canadian motorsport, Paul.
Jim, we've got the top 6 drivers from the Players Limited GM Motorsports Western Series facing off against the top 6 drivers from the East in a one-race shootout for $50,000.
I tell you, with $25,000 going to the winner, that makes this the highest single purse event that I think has ever been awarded in Canadian motorsport. And you don't think these guys are pumped up here, Paul? They're ready.
This mega-profile new climax to the season is a sponsor's dream.
We made a deal with Kenny at the end of the Motorsport race last weekend to run his car with my Tide sponsorship on it this weekend, simply for the major television and the media coverage.
The Tide people and people at Procter & Gamble were real nice on suggesting that they'd help me out run this last race in the shootout, and so far everything's going well.
In fact, for Rookie of the Year Kenny Wilden in his Tide car and Procter & Gamble teammate Robin Buck flying the Pringles colors, it couldn't have gone better. With the 1-2 finish for Procter & Gamble featuring Buck and Wilden.
I saw Ron catching and I was just trying to keep it smooth and go. I can't believe we're here. That's great for Tide and Young Drivers of Canada and Robinson Wilden Motorsports. They're real happy for them.
It's been a long season, and we've won our championship, and my crew is very, very deserving of a championship. And I just have to thank Sunoco, Mackenzie, Applewood. A little disappointed today, but still champ.
Well, as you saw it today, it was a 1-2 finish for Procter & Gamble, so we're very pleased. We're looking at our plans for next year right now, and chances are you'll see us back.
Back, absolutely. Bigger and better in 1990 when this series spins into action once more. Back with Canada's finest drivers, competing in high-performance GM Camaros and Firebirds. Back with marketing opportunities you won't want to miss.
We've been blessed with the support of many great organizations, people like General Motors of Canada, Molson's have been great with us. Goodyear Tire have been along with us for so long now. We've got Sunoco Canada, Mohawk Oil. They're the ones that make the events happen, and they're the real racing fan in Canada, I think.
Being part of racing, it gives us just a chance to talk to a lot more people, to hear directly what they expect in General Motors products, and we hope that we can continue to give them the top performance they're looking for.
The Players Limited GM Motorsport Series has a lot to offer, and I think people have not seen anything yet. I think that the best is yet to come.
Come fly with us. You can profit from the experience. Fly your colors with the Players Limited GM Motorsports Series.